Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the BNN podcast. It has been a pleasure to just take some time off and just relax for the last 1 month. I want to thank Obi and Chizzy for the great work they did in my absence. I just had to take time off and take a break from the podcast. And it's good when you have good team members who can just step in and do a phenomenal job. But guess what? We're in October, and those of us who are of Nigerian descent, this is our month where we feel like G's and we're all gingered up. And so, happy independence for those of us who are from the Nigerian descent and those of us who live in Nigeria. And guess what? I decided to do this month as my first guest. I brought out the big wigs. This is no one else but the one and the only legend himself, Mr. Yomi Casual. What's up, brother?
I'm doing great, sir. I'm doing great. It's good
to have you as my guest on the podcast for the first of this month. You believe it or not, normally when I do my podcast, I'm dressed in black. Go back and check. You see, most of the time I just blend in. But bro, I couldn't just have you without representing.
Yeah, representing the brand.
70% of my traditional outfits are designed by you. And today,
wow,
one of them so nice, clean. I'll take some pictures later on so they can put it on the gram, representing this outfit is Yomi Casual yourself, man. You're awesome.
Wow,
awesome.
Thank you so much. I feel so blessed. Thank you so much.
See, you're looking fresh. See how fresh you're looking.
Yeah, you are the one who's teaching us all these things. The man of teas, so much teas.
How's the family? Everyone doing well?
Everyone is doing good. They're doing great. It's been awesome.
We're happy to have you on our podcast. After you have to grab your brother AY. He's next.
Yes, he needs to come. I'm even surprised that
he's somewhere in the Western world. What did you say?
I'm surprised I'm doing it before him. AY should be.
No. You have to go. You have to go like this. Don't worry. I'll get it.
Definitely.
Good. Most people don't know you guys are brothers outside of the country, so it's good that I.
Yeah. Yes. I get that a lot. The only part I don't enjoy is that when they ask us who is older, like I'll be like, "Am I that old? Why look that old to you guys?"
Is it yeah?
Maybe I will take off these things.
I don't see you the baby brother.
Yeah, I will tell them, "Why is way older than me, over a decade." Like.
I know that's true because there's another brother between both of you, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get busy. First question. I know everybody asks you this question wherever you go. Tell us about growing up.
Oh, growing up.
Family, yeah.
Yeah, growing up for me was very sweet because I'm the last child. We have so many privileges. We enjoy all the privilege, everything. So, yeah, growing up was cool for me. I was born and raised in Delta State, Warri. So growing up in a family of 7 was really cool because I got everything I wanted. Everything was just cool. I was that sports, not that sports child. Let me put it that way. I was that boy that everybody want to look after. So everything was just easy going. And in my family, I was the only guy that attended private school.
Wow. Okay.
Every other person was government school. I was the only guy. Okay. So much privilege.
That's good.
The growing up was cool. It was pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
All right. So now you're in the world of fashion, which is a very fast-paced industry, both nationally where you are and globally generally, where your work has expanded into. How did you first find the passion for going into fashion? Where did it come from?
For me, fashion has always been my thing. I'm that go-to guy in my let me say my community in way back in Delta State. I'm that guy that everybody want to call when they want to get something. They'll be like, I see this thing, I want to buy you. Do you like it? I'm that guy that everybody must call, even including my brothers, my sisters. Everybody, when they buy something, they'll say, come and see this thing on me. Do you like it? So they always take my opinion just to when I tell them yes, then that means it's good. So a lot of people don't know this, but I'm saying this for the first time. I was more of, let me use the word obioma, If you know Bioma, that
Yeah,
area.
like a tailor.
So yeah, like a tailor. I was doing amendments.
A local tailor.
Yeah. I was doing amendments. That was what I was doing. That was how I started. So um my brothers would buy clothes from the market. They would bring it, even if it's oversized. I would take it to there's one guy on my street. I'll take it to his store to do amendments and put everything back in shape. So I was that guy. I was just that guy that always loved fashion. So it has always been my thing, right
Wow.
from day one. You know,
Wow.
so but then again, what really sparked that what gave me that assurance that bro, you can do this, this is what you're meant to do was um way back in school, I was at Polytechnic, you know, so we had a fashion exhibition, and my lecturer, Mrs. Brimer, she saw what I did, and she was like, wow. Like there were other people on that day, like we had a fashion exhibition and everybody was just displaying their works and everything. And when it got to my turn, I did something different and everybody stood up. I got a standing ovation, and I was like, okay, I think this is what it. So let me push further, you know. So and shout out to Mrs. Brimer. She did a good job for me. She kept pushing me like, yo, you must do this thing. I can see potentials in you, because then I wasn't seeing it, but she was seeing it. So like, you can do this thing. You have to do it, you know. So big shout out to her.
Wow. You know, it's amazing how everybody needs that extra push in life.
Yeah, of course.
Wherever you are, Ms. Brian, we just want to thank you on behalf of Yomi Casual, the PNL podcast. We just want to say thank you for believing in somebody. And you know, that's so key that sometimes we don't see what we have going on in our lives. We can actually see it. I pride myself as one of those guys who love to mentor young people, and I see a lot of vision in them and a lot of gifts and callings, and I try to, you know, help them harness that calling into be the best of it. I mean, it's such a blessing when you can actually somebody who believe in you. So I know that in return you'll be giving back as time goes to
Of
other
course.
younger people too, and you give it. So every career has its own storms, right? We know that, and you have your own unique hurdles, your own unique challenges that you face. What are the big ones that you face in the fashion world? Let's just dabble into this area, you know, because everyone's looking all fresh and clean. Bro, I know it can't be that simple.
Yeah.
What are the
Yeah.
challenges?
One of my major challenge then was, you know, at some point I was going to give up. Like, oh no, I can't do this thing. Even when I moved to Lagos, I was already doing the fashion thing and everything. But first, let me just talk about this one. This one was happened in my brother's house, you know, because then I had no store, so I was using my brother's kitchen as my factory.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So after cooking, you clean the kitchen up and then you use the kitchen slab to do the cutting of clothes and everything, because I had no store then. So at some point, it was so discouraging. I almost gave up. Like, no, this is not my thing. My mates are doing something meaningful in life. Let me go and focus on this, on a 9 to 5 job or something. But something just said, Yomi, you can do this, and I continued. But my major challenge in the fashion industry, even to date, but now I think I've outgrown it. People don't want to work. The idea of copying someone's idea all the time is really discouraging. You know, you come up with an idea, very nice design, and the next thing, everybody's copying it, sending to their local tailors. And the painful part is that some of these tailors, when they copy your work, when you see the outcome, you'll be like, but bro, that's not what I created. That's not how the design look. Way better than this. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Like, this is my craft. Don't do this to me. You know, so it's quite painful. And that thing is very challenging. And that's a big problem for us in the fashion industry in Nigeria. You know, if I was telling my friend the other day, I said, if I was based in the States or in a foreign country, by now I'll be times 10 bigger than this.
Wow.
Because when you want your casual, you go and buy your casual.
Correct.
But Nigeria, if you want your casual, you go to his Instagram and take a picture. You know, so just imagine everybody's patronizing your casual. Like, if you really want it, you patronize your casual. Bros, I'll come to your show with a PJ.
I know it gets challenging for you guys.
Yeah, of course.
And in some ways, how do I put it? So yes, it's your craft, and you own that craft, and
Mhm.
but it's unfortunate that the economic environment does not allow people to be able to pay for for that prime or premium price that you guys are providing, right? So the
Mm.
average guy wants to dress nice and look well, but
Yeah.
he just can't afford to pay that, right? He can't afford to pay that top dollar that Yomi would charge. So he does
Mhm.
what he can do best.
Yeah,
And
but like, yeah, yeah,
there's no intellectual property rights and things like that in place in Nigeria and parts of the world. So these are why you have these challenges. It's not because they would rather have your brand. It's just like people that wear fake YSL and
yeah.
so fake Gucci, right? They want to look like they're wearing Gucci. Unfortunately, they just can't afford it. So the fake Gucci or Gucci, whatever they find, they wear it. So that is the challenge you're facing. But the good thing about you, though, is that your brand has expanded beyond your local country,
Mhm.
Nigeria. People wear your clothes in the US, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
So
of course.
how do
A
you
lot
now
of
need
people.
to start thinking of opening a flag shop in London or on the streets of New York? That
Yeah.
adjusts to your brand because your fabric is different, right? Your branding is different. Everything about your work is unique in its own way.
Mhm.
So after a while, you separate between the boy from the men from the boys.
Yeah, of course. Of course. We are working towards that. We're
Yeah,
working towards that,
yeah, because
definitely.
that's how you're gonna stand yourself. Just position yourself where you want your market to be, and the
Mhm.
people that can afford you will find you.
Yeah, true. True. Makes
That's
sense.
that's
True.
just my 1 cent advice.
True.
Yeah.
True.
All right, man. I know it's a big challenge. I know it's a big challenge. So, in your opinion, right? What are the personal traits that separate you from everybody else? In your opinion?
Um, First I'll say my uniqueness. I've been able to distinguish myself from the others. And that's my advice I always give to any designer, even as a businessman. I always say you must have that thing that make you stand out. If you don't have that thing yet, then you're not ready for business. There must be that thing that when they see it, they'll be like, oh, this is Yomi Casual. If you don't have that thing yet, then that means you're not in business. So I've been able to do that. And by God's grace, I'll be 20 years in the business in 2026.
Oh wow, 20
Yeah,
years.
20
Congratulations.
years in the business. Yeah, yeah. So I've been able to separate myself with my unique designs, and I think discipline as well. So when you meet me, I'm far from disappointments. So I'm not that tailor that you'd be like, oh, I give him something to sew for me, and the guy disappoint me. No, you can't. You can't. I fought that thing like you fight the devil from the beginning at the early stage.
Wow,
Yeah, I
wow.
fought that thing. I fought it with my life. So and all my tailors, they were all groomed in that way. Like we cannot afford to disappoint anybody. So
Wow.
yeah, so I'm that guy that so and at some point I found my clients started doing marketing for me without me paying them because they will just go and tell their friends, no, go and meet your me, no worry, you will not for your hand. So
Wow.
yeah, so I think that is really helping me.
I can attest to that because I know that everything you've done for me so far has worked out perfectly well. The ones you did when I was visiting and I came to your lovely
Mm,
shop and display room, which I think is so unique. The way you've crafted everything,
thank you, sir. Thank you,
even
sir.
even the backdrop of where you are now shows class and everything about you.
Thank you,
And
sir.
then the people that the list of your guests that have walked through those doors just to make sure they're tailored and look groomed. Um,
Mm.
it's beyond words. So I can definitely tell folks wherever I go, this is what I'm wearing, and I can give you the guy's name and number, and he won't disappoint you. Now, but you gotta pay though. You have to pay. I don't think you have to- you're looking for you're looking for cheap deals, man. This is not your guy. Oh my God. So those times when you felt burnt out, you felt like, oh, this is so disappointing. I should do something else. What kept you going? Because what people don't understand is they see the finished product, looking fresh, looking
Mhm.
clean. They think this is just how it all happened. The guy,
Mhm.
the guy is lucky. Those are the words that you always say. The guy is don't
Yeah,
blow,
very lucky guy.
but he's not a lucky guy. He had to work
Yeah,
hard, like what you
yeah,
just said, discipline and
very
consistent.
true.
So
Hmm.
for me, what is it for you? I mean, how did you overcome those challenges? Because there's a young guy who's watching this podcast right now. The good thing about our podcast, it's so global. We have people in the UK who watch it, folks that live in the US, guys in Nigeria and parts of West Africa, and even we started getting a lot of traction in Dubai and Qatar. I don't know, for some
Mm.
reason, a lot of people from that place now log in every Saturday or every Sunday to watch us. There's somebody who's watching right now, Yomi, who's going to be saying, I want to do this, but I'm tired of doing it.
Hmm.
Speak to the camera and just encourage them at this point.
Yeah, for me, yeah, number one thing is that I told myself that I can't fail. Yeah, I can't fail. I can't be described as one guy that I've heard a lot of names, people in my industry that started this business and they're no longer in the business. And we asked what happened. They said they got discouraged and one. So me, I can't be among those people. I want my name to. They're talking about great designers over the years. Like after so many years from now, I want my name to be mentioned in a good way. So I can't fail, number one. And number two, I'm building a legacy. So a man that's building, it can't stop. I'm
Mm,
building. So why would I want to give up? Like you mentioned now, there are a lot of people who are looking up to me. A lot of them are really looking up to me. I was at a fashion show lately, and the kind of compliments I was getting from young designers, it made me feel okay. Like I told myself, you want to give up. Meanwhile, they are looking at you, like they are learning from you every day. So if you give up, that means you will make those guys feel like there's no hope for them.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so you can't give up, young man. You have to keep doing what you're doing. You have to be consistent. You have to keep doing it. So that's one thing I tell myself. And I can't fail my wife. I can't fail my kids. I want when they are reading their father's biography tomorrow, they want to read something nice. Not like their father at some point he got discouraged and left the business. No, no, I
Yeah.
can't fail. That's it. I hate failure. So yeah.
Wow. That's very powerful. Um, I like the fact that you said you're building a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Your heritage is what was passed on to you by
Yeah.
others. But a legacy is what you're building to pass on to those who are coming behind you. So
True.
you can't stop. I like that. And the legacy is what you are giving to others. You're giving to those. You're giving to your family. You're giving to the
Mm-hmm.
tailors. You're giving to those who are coming behind you. So you
Yeah.
can. You're not there yet.
I'm
You're
not
you're
allowed to.
wow, wow, wow. I like that. So what are the biggest challenges in the environment, in the economic environment where you live? Because Nigeria is not the easiest place to do business,
To do
right?
business.
Yeah.
The
What are the
biggest
what are,
the,
what are the peculiar challenges you face there, and the plans to overcome them?
um it's,
Even the way you're holding
Nigeria.
your head,
Nigeria.
even the way you head,
you
yes,
know
is that how you do
Nigeria.
it?
Nigeria. Our second name is suffering and smiling. We
That's
we we
right.
get used to hardship easily. In as me, I know I'm used to it already because nobody's coming to save me in this. Except I want to. My biggest challenge right now is, and it's affecting almost everyone, is still the power supply, like electricity. That's a big problem for us in Nigeria as a businessman. For instance, now I have been running my office for 2 days now without light on diesel, and that's expensive, very expensive. And the bad part about it is that I run a my kind of brand. It's not the kind of brand that you can walk into my store and say, "Oh, okay, we go on Jen." That's not gonna happen. So the light
No,
has to
no.
be on. Either we have a client or we don't have any client working. The light has to be on. The AC has to be on as soon as we open the door for business.
Wow, wow.
So either you make money or you don't make money. The place have to be top notch because sometimes some people can just walk into your store for the first time and they go
Yeah,
back home with that. I got that your store. The store there was no light there. Everything was
exactly. Yes,
hot
yes,
and everything.
yes.
So that's the problem of you running a luxury brand. So sometimes when we charge people, they'll be like, why now? You don't even know why we are charging you that amount. It's not really easy
Mm.
to run business in Nigeria. It's very expensive, Very, very expensive.
Wow, wow. But you're doing a good job. You're doing a good
Thank
job.
you, sir.
We're going to take a short break, 2 seconds, and we're back, and
All right,
we'll
cool.
continue our interview. My guest today is Yomi Casual, the one and only, the great Yomi Casual, who is a top, I wouldn't just say Nigerian, I would say African designer who has gone global. We're back in a second on the BNS podcast. Welcome back to the Broken Not Shattered podcast, BNS, with my guest today, Yomi Casual from Lagos, Nigeria. Yomi, thanks for sharing that in-depth information with the rest of our audience globally. This is your host, Ike. For those who haven't been able to see me for a while, I've been taking time off, and I'm back. I will suggest to you, family, please follow us on Instagram, podcast, or anywhere you get your social media information from. We're there. We're not even on Spotify, so you can actually listen to us if you want to on any of those platforms. But our best place is on YouTube. And just click notifications, and we'll be there to meet you. The more you click, the more great quantity and content we bring, like the great legend himself, Yomi, the Casual. How did you get your name, man? Why I know your name is Yomi, but okay, how did you come with your name? How did this name come up?
The name Casual, Yomi is my name, of course, along with Yomi Maku. Casual is the way I see the kind of designs I make, because I just believe that casual is not meant to be boring. Like what you're wearing, a lot of people say, oh, when they hear the word casual, they just want to wear something just very easy and looking boring. But look at what you're wearing. It's classy, but it's casual. Yeah, so me, casual is not meant to be boring. So that's why I just
I was gonna say there's nothing casual about your clothes.
yeah. I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
But they're clothes that you can either dress up or dress down, and I think that multifunctional ability. Like I was at a party not too long ago. A great friend of mine, Ugo, opened up his house and had Flavor in town for that event, and I wore one of your outfits to the place. So I thought I was good myself, looking nicely clean and fresh. But I felt relaxed in what I was wearing, right?
That's the
So
idea.
this casual feel to it. I even wore it with slippers, but I also knew that I was wearing something that was decent and befitting for an event like that.
For the event, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
That's
see
the
that.
idea.
Yeah. You're selling.
The idea is for people to be very comfortable, and the kind of fabrics we use, I make sure that it's relaxing. So that's why you see I get more people of your age and class, they love to buy my clothes because they feel very comfortable in it.
Yeah,
they feel very comfortable. At some point in life, there was this guy that I met one of my customers. Then I made an outfit for him, and I used a different fabric from what I normally use. And the guy was like, this is not what I saw. I saw a friend wearing one of your design. I felt the fabric, and I told him, oh no, I'm going to buy this. It's very comfortable. Now you're giving me something else. Please. Wow. I saw something that I liked. Go back to that fabric. I want that same fabric, because with that kind of fabric, I don't even need stress. I can just pack my bag to the airport and very, very iron too much, that kind of feeling, yes.
Yeah. Oh wow. So where do you get your fabric from? Is it local, or do you do
local and international? I do miss it, yeah. But I get from Turkey, China, and Nigeria as well.
So what's the next steps? What's the plan moving forward? What does Yomi Casual want to be seen? What are your plans?
As you can see now, lately, you see me going to the States, UK as well. I do my pop-up round, so I'm trying to test the markets. I want to see what's for me over there. But so far so good. America is it for me, so I'm looking forward to putting my name in the map over there. Like I want to just put my name over there. Shout out to Pastor Paul Adefarasi. He has done a lot for me, and he was the one that told me to TD Jakes. So I'm doing something very soon. You guys will see it. I'm working on something. Yeah. Very soon. You just see Yomi Casual on what's it called again? The billboard in New York. All those billboards. You just see me there everywhere. Very soon. Yeah, I'm
Okay, well,
working
that's
towards that.
well, as long as you have Pastor Paul in your corner, you're good. That's my pastor, and
Yeah, very great
and
man.
he's a good man, great guy, great guy, great guy. If he puts his hand on you, you're going places.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah, yeah.
wonderful. All right, so good. So there's plans to expand globally.
Hmm.
What's your advice for local tailors who are striving to get to where you want to get to, and they can only see the glam,
Hmm.
see the hard work put in there. What would you apart from the fact that you said yes, you have to be disciplined, you have to work hard. Um, if you were to mentor a young person now who was not in the fashion industry or who wants to get into the fashion industry, what would you tell them?
Okay, I think the first thing I would say to any young designer right now is to follow the process. Yeah, life is a process because a lot of them right now they don't follow process. They don't even know what it is. Like they just see you today. Okay, I received an email from one young designer telling me, "Oh, I want to get a store. No, I just got a store. I don't have money for a store in Lekki Phase One. In Lekki Phase One, a new designer. You're just
Okay.
starting. You got a store in Lekki Phase One, right? So that means you're trying to compete or you're trying to look good, but you're not even there yet. So I went to his Instagram page and I saw the kind of designs he made. I had to zoom in to see the finishing of his designs. They are not really that good. So go and work on yourself first. It's not
Mm.
about you having a store in Lekki Phase One
Right.
because I'm not trying to wish you bad, but trust me, that store will not last. You may not be able to pay the next rent. So I just told him
Mm.
the truth that I can send you money now for sewing machine to go and buy one sewing machine. That's fine. But if you are begging money to buy a sewing machine and you rented the store in Lekki Phase One, that means you're not ready for business. Start
Mm.
small. I started my brother's kitchen. I was there working for years. People know me as Yomi Casual outside, but they don't know my store. Because then I was doing just appointment only. People don't come to
Mm.
my store.
Right, right,
I was
right.
just doing my thing. From there, I moved. I got my first apartment. Then at the backyard was my factory. That was where I do everything. People still don't know where I live. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know the address to my store or anything. It took me years to have my first major store in Aguda, then Aguda to Bode Thomas. So you trying to jump, you can't jump. You cannot jump. There's no shortcuts to success. You have
There's
to
no
go through the
shortcut.
process. Follow the
There's just
process.
no shortcut
So
to
you will
success.
learn. You will learn. You can tell your story. Because right now you don't have any story. You just want to start today and you won't be in phase one. Do you know what it means to be in phase one?
And Leggy plays one.
Like in phase one, you know what it means to be there. You can't just be there like that. You can't just be there because it's expensive.
Very
It's
expensive.
expensive. So follow the process. Go and master your craft. Master your craft very well. Then you can now go to phase one if you have the money.
Mm.
And if you are begging to pay for rent in phase one, that means you're not there. You shouldn't be there yet. Go and
Mm.
rent. Go and rent somewhere else first. Start from there.
Yeah. And it doesn't.
Mhm.
See, people are not used to starting with humble beginnings.
No,
Right.
yeah.
That's the problem.
This
Right.
new generation, no, there's no humble
Mm.
beginning. No, no.
No, they don't believe in that. No, no, no. Because they see
No.
it's all that they see on social media that helps them form the ideas of how life is supposed
Yeah,
to be.
our life should be,
Right?
yes.
That's not
Our
that's
life should
that's
be.
not the reality. The
Yeah,
reality is not
true,
in your gadgets at all. You have to
true.
go through a process, like you said. You have to go through
Hmm.
the steps of success. You have to have failures. Those
True.
failures are what would build character in
Yeah,
you.
oh, true, true, true,
That's where the
true.
foundation comes from. If I tell you my stories, man, you'll be like, whoa. But you have to have
Yeah.
those failures, those scars of the battles. When you see a real warrior come out, he takes off his shirt. He can't be clean. If he's clean, he hasn't been anywhere. He has to
Anyway,
show
at
some
all.
bullets or some scars of where he has been. But that's
Hmm.
sometimes the scars can even be mental. You can't even see them. And
True, true, true,
and then they begin to
true.
tell their story to inspire. And it was based on that we started this platform, Yumi. This broken not shattered. It's all
Mm.
about people telling their stories to inspire those, to give a voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. So, so when I have a guest like you, and you share your story, I'm completely moved. So first of all, thank you again for making out time. We've got two more questions, and I'm going to let you go after that. I know you had an appointment, and you're a very busy man, so I don't want to hold you up. Let me start with this one. Someone just put in the question across to you as we were speaking. It said, For someone dreaming of stepping into the world of fashion designs, what's the one piece of wisdom you will share? I think you just shared it, right?
Yeah, that's it. And also to add to that is that um, a lot of young designers right now, yeah, they don't want to learn from people that are ahead of them. They want to compete.
Oh,
Yeah, you want to compete. You want to prove to the for someone like me that, oh, I can do it better than you. It's not just about sewing, it's beyond you sewing.
yeah.
A lot of people can sew. I have tailors that can sew. They can even sew better than me.
Oh,
Yeah, but
there's
I
experience.
you yeah you just need to learn from people, learn to learn from people, ask questions.
Mm.
Don't compete. So we have people do what people do more now is they compete.
Instead of actually learning.
Learning, yeah.
And it's just like those who are in ministries, because you have one or two small platform, you think you've arrived, so you start competing
Mm-hmm.
with your senior pastor. Next thing
So
you jump out
yeah,
to your own
yeah.
church and you start feeling that you have a gift to call. I always tell people to take the
Mhm.
time, learn, 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 and when the time comes, you will know it's time. People around you will
Mhm.
know it's time. You will know it's time. Your gut feeling will tell you it's time for you to launch out into the deep, and then you take that big step and make sure you survive.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. My brother, as we wrap up this podcast, I just want to thank you. But I want you to help us here. So, if someone says to you, broken but not shattered, what would that mean to you personally? Forget about the world of fashion.
Yeah, broken
As a
button.
man,
Yeah. For me, broken but not shattered. But as the word implies, like broken but not shattered, that means there's still hope.
oh,
There's still
yeah,
hope.
but
Yeah, yeah.
what story can you share with us? What
Oh,
experience
okay.
can you give to us when it comes to the word broke,
Okay,
where you had
broken
to
but
go through
not
some kind of
shattered.
brokenness, but you were able to bounce back,
Mm,
even if it was just your personal life, that
yeah,
they can encourage
yeah.
people.
Okay. Let me think back now. Okay. Which of this story that I can reflect to this same the same words.
Have you had any experience of brokenness?
Brokenness, of course, but not in this light.
Okay,
Not
in
in
what
this
light?
light.
In what light?
Yeah, yeah, not in this light. I've had my own story about me, um, especially, when people try to give you a name that's not yours.
Okay,
It's
okay.
it's really it's really heartbroken. Like I've never felt so broken in my life. There was this narrative going around then online. People were saying that, oh, you see this guy, I think this guy is not even straight. This guy is not straight. And I'm looking at myself, and some of them were even saying it with so much confidence, like they know me so well. Like I'll be like, Jesus Christ. You will see a comment, someone is saying, Yomi now, I'm not be you, we know you now. And I'll be like, Jesus Christ, from where? Like
Mm,
people say it with so much confidence. Like the level of heartbreak, like I was literally crying almost every night. Like I would face God and tell God, Abi, maybe did I do this thing without knowing? I don't know, Father. Abi, was I Abi? When you start checking yourself, asking yourself question like, Abi, this name what they call me. You get, so it was really that bad. It was really, really that bad. But then again, we move. Yeah, man. Life is going well and everything is fine.
so,
Yeah.
so they were trying to assassinate your character.
Yes, of course, of
They were
course.
trying to destroy your character.
Yes,
Wow,
yes, yes. Yeah, but
wow.
like Nigeria will always say, God passed them. So you know,
Yes, yes,
so
yes, yes, yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
people are always out to criticize others, talk
Mm-hmm.
bad about them, kind of put them down. Um, but you just have to keep on moving. I
Mm-hmm.
tell people to avoid distractions. Be careful to the voices. Be very careful of the voices you listen to and the voices you hear. Because in today's world, there's so many voices. There's
Mm-hmm.
all the stuff you get in the media. There's stuff you get on social media. There's gossips about people's life and all that stuff. So you just try to get to a point where you just shut people out and stay focused.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
true. True.
Thank you for staying focused, brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
But there's something we do when we end up our show, and we're about to wrap up now. And I promise I'll bring you back again, and we'll discuss some more other issues as we go along. Because I have some other questions, but I'm looking at the time. What we do is when we're ending the show, we ask you to have a drop-off question. So start thinking of the question you're going to ask the next guest. This is you. Anything in your mind? Anything you don't know
without knowing who the next guest is.
Exactly. You don't know who the person is. So it could be anybody. So let me give you. It's amazing. Let me give you what the last guest asked for. So I have to read it out carefully. The last guest, Caucasian, who did not know who you were. So she's on a different level altogether. She goes, if you can choose to meet any celebrity that is alive, who would that be? And how do you think they have inspired you?
Okay. But that's alive. Yeah, I would love to meet. I would love to meet the founder of Zara, Ortega.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would love to meet him. I want to ask him a lot of questions. Wow. Like, how did he do it? Because for so many years, he taught me something. But it's so sad that I found out about this man. I read his story when I was already Yomi Casual. If I had read his story before I became Yomi Casual, trust me, I'll be the Zara of Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be the Zara of Africa because what Zara sells, Zara is selling affordable luxury. That's what it's selling. And that is the fastest way to make money as a fashion designer. You get, yeah. So me, at some point, I was focusing on luxury because of the kind of clientele I have around me, mostly politicians and the rest. So I was just focused on them. But if I had focused on both from the beginning, then only God knows that PJ I told you about. I will have a PJ back at the airport.
So
yes.
But it's not too. It's not
too late. It's not too late. It's not too late. Of course, it's not too late. It's not too late. After all,
fashion has phases, and they have different brands, and upscale luxury brands, and like you said, comfort luxury brands. Anybody in the streets can actually afford to buy. So
true.
You might want to look at your business.
I'm still very young. I'm just 40. So after all, what's his name? The owner of KFC Chicken. He started at 48 or 45.
Right.
That was when he started KFC. So who am I? I'm just 40. So I can start saying
a lot of guys make their first millions or billions in the 50s and the
50s. Yes. True. So
well done.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you're Zara because he inspires you.
He inspires me a lot. And when I read deeper, I realized that it was at one point in his life, it was the richest designer in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So meanwhile, all this while we're thinking that, them LVs, them Gucci's, the Dior's, those guys are so no. Then I later found out again that he also have other brands aside Zara. He's the owner of what's this big brand again? And I was like, okay, this is good. That means as a designer, you can have other fashion brand under you. So I'm learning every day. So I love that man so much. I love everything about him. The man is just chilling in one corner and enjoying his life. Why his money is working for him.
I can tell. Yeah. I was one of his stores not too long ago over the weekend, and I saw that he had some nice, very cool tops, very casual, but very
nice, affordable.
But upscale too. So
yeah.
Stuff. Yeah. That's cool. Kudos to Zara. Okay, so the last question is yours. Whatever
question to the next guest, right?
Yeah, and anywhere, ritual, natural, fashion, whatever it is, just what's on your mind?
What could this question? Let me shine it to fashion. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna be a girl or a guy.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yes, it doesn't matter. I have to think carefully because the question has to carry weight.
No.
It can just be any question, right?
Any question that's on your mind that you like to find out from them.
Okay, 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 okay. So I'll be planning my fashion show next year. So marking my 20 years anniversary. So, but I want ideas. So the next guest. So I'm asking now. You have the person have to read about me or know about me. I don't need the person know about me, but yeah, I pray I'm lucky the person knows about me. Or what advice would you give a designer, a fashion designer that is trying to do one of the biggest fashion show ever
Where would this fashion show be located?
in Nigeria,
Okay.
Lagos? So
Okay.
what advice would you give to that designer that will make him stand out?
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So there you
Apart from
go.
that, can I add to the question? Yes. So what
Yes,
advice would you
yes.
give the person to make him stand out? And also, what do you think the person can give back to mark his 20th anniversary? How can he give back to young
Design.
designers?
Okay.
Yes, using that same platform.
I wish I was your guest. I would have given you the answer, but I'm not. I'll call you. I'll call you personally.
Come here.
I'll tell you exactly how you can give back to that opportunity. But man,
Yeah,
most importantly, it's going to be a pleasure. Looking forward to that event. Keep us posted when you choose the date
definitely,
and time. Uh,
definitely.
by God's special grace, we can afford. We'll fly in to be there.
Mhm.
I know it's going to be a who's who will be in town just to be there.
Yes, so
And if you can
yeah,
extend it after you finish doing the one in Lagos and you want to come over to the US, please let us know too because
definitely,
we'll have the audience and you can
definitely,
have the market. All right.
definitely, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Doing
you.
so in the
Thanks for
DMV
having me.
or Atlanta.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you,
Thank
sir.
you so much. You
All
take.
right. Have a good one,
Right,
sir.
on behalf of everybody on the Booyah podcast, we want to thank you guys for all your support. My guest today was Yomi Casual, one of the Malcolm brothers, and he has shared a great story for us. So please go back and check him out. See you guys same time next week. Before we leave, in our first famous three words: love, peace, and more grace. I'll catch you guys next week on the BNN podcast. Thank you, buddy.
It started just like any other day, but by dawn his world would change forever. A sudden sandstorm triggered a 22-car pileup. In an instant, he was left with only one person. The weight of unimaginable. The silence of a home once filled with laughter. The pain of a future rewritten forever. It's the story of a man forced to face the unthinkable and learning how to live again. His mind racing in his quiet time. To be or not to be?